Good evening, my lovelies. Artist Esther L. Jones here, and it is PJ-TALC time for 9:30:20. So I put in the title that we're going to talk about color wheels and bureaucracy wheels. So we will talk about that tonight. And tonight I happen to be drinking. Again, I enjoyed last night's Spice Dragon Red Chai. I think I called it Red Dragon Chai last night, but that's not right. It is Spice Dragon Red Chai by Stash. And I don't usually sweeten my teas, but this one just happens to be that much better with a little bit of sweetening in it. I also want to show you this beautiful teacup and saucer, which I got from an Etsy store called Embracing Vintage. I follow Embracing Vintage over on Instagram, and she has just wonderful, wonderful stuff over there for reasonable prices, most of it. And this one was a result of a gift certificate, actually. My whole family knows, hey, if you want to give me a gift, go over to Embracing Vintage and get me a gift certificate because I will buy a teacup with it, or a tea saucer. They have some gorgeous teapots too, but those are a little more expensive than what I can afford. This is a Royal Albert, and it is called Old Country Rose, and it's just got this gorgeous, the roses are gorgeous, but so is the treatment of the gold on it. I don't know if you can see that. So in case you didn't know, collecting teacups and teacup pots is kind of a thing with me. So let's see, today I taught two adorable little boys for my Little's Note music class, and they are just so adorable, and it's so fun to teach them. So I do that in the park, so I got some sunshine, and then very near there is a little cul-de-sac, and in fact it was the mom of these two boys that pointed it out. Right behind the park where I teach the class is a little cul-de-sac back in there. It's got a little runnel of water through there and a kind of a little shallow pond, and it's just really kind of a neat place. So I took my plein air setup out there and dragged it to a spot and painted. Hey Jennifer, good to see you. So I went out and did some plein air, and I wasn't terribly happy with the results. Plein air is harder for me for some reason, and so if I do it a lot, I get to where I'm feeling okay with the results. But today it wasn't too terribly good. But that's the thing about art, and Jennifer, you can tell me whether this is true or not. A lot of the stuff that you do is not good. It's just not. And it's nothing to get upset about. It's just start over and do another one. The more you practice, the better you get at it. And yes, there will be a lot of turkeys. So, Jennifer, I don't know if you heard, this is Spice Dragon Red Chai by Stash tea, and this is my Royal Albert Old Country Rose teacup and tea saucer that I got from Embracing Vintage over on Etsy. So I did that, and then I'm looking for a solution for putting lots of paintings up on the wall. So I went to Lowe's and picked up, after much study, a piece of trim, and I'm going to stick some command strips to that and see about putting it up, because I have a lot of paintings that are not on, they're not framed. They're just in plastic, clear plastic bags. So I could put them, line them up along the wall and have a gallery. So why not, right? I know. Oh, the stash tea does? Yeah, it's really good. I put a little sweetening in it. So, and generally things with the word chai in them, they do weird things to my tummy, but this one doesn't. So, I did that. Then I came home, and this is where the bureaucracy stuff comes in, because strangely enough, if you go on medical leave from your job, you will be buried under a pile of official paperwork. And that stresses me out so bad. I try so hard not to get whacked out about it, but it does anyway. And then, you know, you try to sign into things that you haven't signed into for a while because you need information to fill out the paper, and then you've forgotten your sign in, and then I was just like, oh my goodness. So I finally got that done though, and I got some paints today, which I ordered for completing a commission that I'm doing my very first acrylic commission. And as most of you know, I don't paint in acrylic. I paint in pastels. So going to go and gesso those canvases after this. But I want to talk about color wheels tonight, because we talked about the fact that maybe color wheels are not the best way to explain the color theory. So you've been there, huh, Jennifer? Yeah, not fun. So let's look at this color wheel, and I'm sorry if it's backwards. The interesting thing about this particular color wheel, and it's widely available, so you can find it, is that there is a ton of information on it, okay? So even though the circle might be a little confusing, there might be a better way to do it. Using it in this circle has a ton of information on this particular brand. Now, I have two other color wheels, which I will show you later. And for some things, I like them better. But this one, you can see that it's typical. It has all the warm colors on this side and all the cooler colors on this side, as it should. But there's a lot more information on here than you would think. Let me get it closer. Can you see each one of these? It tells you if you take this color and add this color, you will get this color. So if I turn that little deal, now if I take this color and I add this color, I will get this color. If I turn it this way, I take this color and mix it with this color, I'm going to get this color. So that's just one of the pieces of information that you can get on this color wheel. On the back, there's a ton more. So this shows you all the different shades and tints of this color. So this is orange, and if you add some white, it gets lighter, and as you go down, it gets darker and darker. So then you can also find out about the different color combinations that work well. So there's one, which is that's complementary. That's just opposite colors. And then there's triadic. And then there's this type of triadic, it's a little bit different. And then there's the, what do they call it? The tetrad, which makes sense. That's one kind of tetrad, and this is another kind of tetrad. And so putting those colors together, not mixing them together, but using them together in a painting will give you a certain kind of color harmony and a certain mood. So if you are struggling with color theory, fall in love with your color wheel. Read all of this stuff on there. Look, there's even a value scale on it. And we'll talk about value scales on another night. But there's a value scale on it. These are hues and saturation, all that stuff. It's all on this one color wheel. So I'm not particularly saying that this particular color wheel, I'm looking for the publisher. It's called the Color Wheel Company. I'm not necessarily trying to sell you this. I'm just saying that find a color wheel that has a lot of information on it for you. You can learn a lot about color theory from that. Exactly, Jennifer. It is helpful when planning colors out. I use it. You can, if you look at this, like I kind of tried to clean it up, but it's pretty messy from me grabbing it with my dusty fingers and messing with it and try, what color do I need right there? This color's not working, that color's not working. What color do I need right there? So yeah, they're really helpful. And we'll talk a little bit about the Munsell color scheme tomorrow night. And then I'll show you one of my other favorite colors wheels, because it's Bob Burridge's Goof Proof color wheel. And it lets me pick pretty easily. So I love watching Bob Burridge. In fact, I just got through watching a video of his. He's not a pastelist, but what he does teach you is amazing color theory in a very fun and loose way. Amazing use of acrylics in a very fun and loose way. So go check him out. All right. Well, unless you have other comments or questions, this will be Artist Esther L. Jones out. Hoping that I can help you to see the colors. No, to see the music and hear the colors and awaken the wonder in your creativity. I will see you on YouTube tomorrow night. Good night, Jennifer.